Greetings, family. It's Empress D. I'm obviously in nature. I hope you guys are good. And I hope you guys are getting out in nature. I really do. It's very important, okay? I'm not just saying it for saying its sake. It makes a difference in your life when you do it, right? It helps you deal with I don't want to say reality. It helps us deal with what we have going on around us, okay? Because it's a lot. It's a lot. This planet is they call Earth it's like a place for education. This is where you learn lessons. This is what life is a school, basically. Sorry, Earth is a school where we're here to learn lessons. And I subscribe to that, because this planet Earth that we are living on with, for as long as I know, and I've been alive, it's not been a place that's good, inherently good, right? And I'm not saying that my experiences haven't been good, but like we talk about this all the time, we're all one, right? If people are suffering anywhere on this planet, you shouldn't be okay, right? I shouldn't be okay with somebody suffering in another place. It's not okay. Just because you're good doesn't mean that it's okay, right? There's no reason for any of us here on this planet to suffer. There's so much abundance around us and so many resources that we can all share. But the way that the world is run is not about sharing resources. It's about hoarding resources and keeping the masses, right? A very small percentage of the global population have all of the globe's resources, or control all of the world's resources, and that shouldn't be, right? And where there's so many people that are suffering with no need, okay? And so I hope that people realize that, and that's a big clue as to the world that we're living in is not a good place. I don't care how comfortable you are. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be sounding callous, but it doesn't matter how comfortable you personally are. This world is not a nice place, right? Globally, right? And so what I'm recognizing is that the majority of the planet are living from the solar plexus chakra and lower, okay, from those places. And so we talked about this, family. Remember, if we start from the base, it's the root chakra, okay, and that's red, and that chakra represents stability, okay, stability in terms of safety and comfort, and it's basically your environment, right? Being in a comfortable, safe environment. Not everybody on the planet has the resources to be in a comfortable environment, to live in a comfortable environment, right? Not everybody, and a lot of people. I don't know what the numbers are, but I know it's a lot, right? And so, and there's no reason for it, because there's enough for everybody to have, right? So clearly, a lot of the world is living that hasn't solidified or cleared or balanced that root chakra, right? And everything builds off of that, right? So if you don't have that safety and security of your environment, it's very hard to level up in terms of balancing those higher chakras, right? And so we can acknowledge that a lot of the world lives in that root chakra, right? Above that, oh boy, is the sacral chakra, okay? And that chakra is right around the genitals and the gonads and the reproductive organs, right? Pleasure, creativity lives there too. Obviously, intimacy and sex and that kind of thing lives in that sacral chakra, and that color is represented by orange, right? And you don't have to think too far or to recognize that. Just turn on the TV. You don't have to be, the TV doesn't have to be on for 5 minutes before you see some sacral chakra stuff, right? The world is over-sexualized, right? As you can see, a lot of the world is living in that orange, that sacral chakra area, right? And then above that is the solar plexus, right? And that's where what we're talking about, ego. That's the identity of self, represented by the color yellow, right? That's self-identity. That's That's self-identity, right? And who we think we are, right? And the thing is, a lot of us, and we've been encouraged and programmed to do so, are super self absorbed, right? A lot more service to self than service to others. And it's in this area, in this chakra, and that a lot of us, and these are and a lot of people are struggling, or a lot of us are struggling, right? With that self-identity, knowing who we are, being secure in who we are, knowing that we are not this body, that we're a lot more than that, like all that kind of stuff. A lot of people are stuck not knowing, or not being secure, or having this chakra balanced, right? So above that chakra is the heart chakra, represented by green, right? So that's when people are leading with love, and we know that that's not the majority on this planet, right? And so, as I was saying, a lot of people on this planet, and this whole planet, unfortunately, if you had to measure its vibration, is certainly measuring below the solar plexus, right? From the solar plexus and below, vibrating at those type of frequencies. So that yellow, that orange, that red frequency, right? And in terms of hertz, I think it's below 400. Okay, it's in the 300s, 200s, 100s. Yeah, it makes sense, right? 100s would be in that root, 200s would be in that sacral, and 300 would be in the solar plexus. And once you get to that heart, you're in the 400 hertz range, right? So it absolutely makes sense. And right now, the planet, how I overstand it, is ascending, okay? And it's a phenomenon that's happening within the galaxy and within the universe, right? And within the planetary and the solar system. And so it's not something that anybody's doing, it's just something that's happening, right? Just like that conjunction that happened December 21st, 2020, right? These cosmic events are happening and causing changes in the vibratory frequency of the planet. And I think, and that's how I understand it to be happening. So we need to lead with love, right? That will give us that heart chakra, that green, that love frequency vibration. And if we do that, we are no longer living in ego, right? And so family, I think the key to all of this and what we've been propelled to do right now with this pandemic and everything that's happening globally is to lead with love. It really is, because everything, and if you think about it, is pushing us in the other direction, right? To be separated, to be divided. You can see that the forces on the planet currently, at least those that are running things, are encouraging us away from that love frequency, right? Pushing us away, more divisiveness and separation. We can't let that happen, family. We got to lead with love, okay? And it's so much better for you. You feel better when you lead with love, and you look better, and your aura is better. Just lead with love, Just treat people how you would like to be treated, right? And as long as you love yourself and you want to treat yourself well, I'm sure you'll be treating others well too, okay? Anyway, family, that's all I wanted to just share really briefly with you. Again, I hope everybody's taking care of themselves, and I hope everybody's getting out in nature. I thank everybody for listening to this message, and I really love and I value each and every one of you. One love.